So, Stuart, what is this?
I've no idea. What is it?
I was hoping you were going to tell me.
All right, cards are shuffled. All right, so every turn you're going to build a deck, and your deck's going to be built from these cards, plus cards from last turn that are left over, and then some new cards. So like you can see over on the left here, I'm kind of zooming in out. You can see that you got turn 2 cards, turn 3 cards, turn 4 cards, and so on. And so you take your new cards, you add them to your old cards, you shuffle them, and you get your deck. And there'll be some cards that never leave the game. There'll be some cards that transit really fast, and there'll be some cards that stick around for a little while. So on turn 1, we've got 32 cards. I give them a little shuffle, and the way to play is literally.
And this is end of 1945, isn't it? So basically, Europe's in an absolute state.
Yeah, all right, I'll go to Europe. Yeah, Europe's in a right mess. There's the civil wars in Estonia, so like Baltic states. Civil wars in Ukraine. Civil war in Greece.
You know.
Israel's occupied. Oh, one thing I did want to mention actually was so some of that's changed from feedback is that South Africa. I don't know if you remember this conversation, but we decided to add occupation into South Africa to represent apartheid, and you know that it's not that happy a place kind of thing. But I still want we democratic because of various reasons that I have.
For various reasons I don't want to
get into right now, but I'm quite happy to discuss on Board Game Geek.
Democracy in South Africa, an interesting concept.
Yeah, it really depends. I mean, it was democratic for some people.
Literally, about 15% of the population were very democratic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always think South Africa is a bit of a tricky one.
So we're going to go with. I don't think they're in this module. Actually, I think I must have forgot to create them. But luckily, I've got admin right, so I can just drop that in there. So the other change was in Korea. If I can find where's my geography at, there it is. South Korea is not red. Let me change the color of that thing. How do we do a? Oh god. Black.
I think you can right click on it. You can right click on it, and you
probably
won't allow me to do
no, that's blue.
Yeah.
It should be grey.
What colour do you want it?
I want it grey. Oh, there we go. Grey. Maybe if I click on grey, there we go. Right. So South Korea is going to start as authoritarian. Originally, I had them as democratic. Yeah, I don't think so. Really. The Americans certainly wanted them to be democratic, but they weren't as interested, really. So it starts as great, and because of that, the Americans have now lost a factory, because to have a factory, you have to have a cube and a disc to get that factory, and they've lost a factory. So what we're going to do, we're going to take that 4, put it over to 3, update your progress chart, and that's how the scenario is actually going to start. And that's due to kind of fan feedback and conversations on Console World and other stuff like that. Board Game Geek. So that's the game start.
See in a bit.
Hey.
Right. Sal's just wandered out with like the biggest bunch of crisps and chocolate you've ever seen.
I'm hungry. Anyway, yeah. Right. So all we're gonna do is
in the
this deck of cards, and we're gonna turn them over. So let's. Hey, which side are you, by the way? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the glorious?
I don't know. You haven't asked yet. It'd only be gentlemanly to say I am going to be the US of A.
Right. I'll be Russians then. Okay, fine. So we're gonna flip that card over, and we get Tato. All right. So. Tito. Tato. We're gonna roll a dice because it says roll a dice. That's what that 4+ or 5+ means. So here we go. A 3. So 4+ if Stalin is dead. No, he's not. Stalin is very much alive at start of the game. I could zoom up and show you, but he's alive. So we didn't roll that, and so we do otherwise instead. We go from this box, because that box did not trigger. We go to this box that says otherwise. Soviets expel Tito, however you want to say it.
Tito.
Sounds like a cat, doesn't it? A little bit.
I used to know a guy who was called Tito. Set Yugoslavia to authoritarian rule and add 1 unrest into USSR.
You're right. So they've kicked him out. They've booted him out and said, you're not in the club any longer. So you should do that, but actually you don't need to, because it's printed as grey anyway. So all you really do is you take this red one off. But also, because we had a red cube and we had a red disc, we lost a factory. So we take factory off, and Russians are a little bit grumpy about that. And then
Russians have gone really grumpy.
we had an unrest.
Veto's been forward.
So we get an unrest here, and we had another one. 2 is not like end of world. 3 is bad. So, all right. Who's red? You. Me.
Oh, you're red.
I'm red. Right. I'm gonna remove.
You're the Soviet.
I'm gonna remove that. It's because it says remove. All right. So because it's a red card, if I wanted to, I could use some spies. So I could try and kind of bosh this unrest down, because my spies can do that. But I'm not going to do it for a minute. I'm just going to sit and watch and see what happens. All right, next card.
That's your kind of internal security of the Soviet Union, then.
Yeah, a short holiday in Siberia, that kind of thing. So, all right.
Oh no, not the villages A to D. Please report to the transport.
There you go.
Thing. It's never great.
Oh no, I flipped
In
that.
you go.
Roll. I got a 2, no effect, so I didn't get any Nazi spies, and also it's removed, so I'll never get that. So that's a bit bad. And I could use my spies again because it's a red card, but I'm not gonna. Off we go. Soviet money, right? This is my first real money card. So
you shuffle this. The Soviets seem to be being a.
There you go. Shuffle.
I feel I'm being robbed. I feel I'm being robbed already.
Yeah, if I'm going to rob you, I won't be as obvious about it. Right. What do I want to do? All right, we got.
Right, you got money. What can you do with money?
Right, money. You got 11 different options. One of them's kind of a reactive thing, but you basically place an influence. You can place like cubes, influence. You can change governments, which is discs or background color. Place spies, research technology, build military units, resolve an aggression, that kind of thing. So I could a minute. Where are we? Over it. There it is. A minute. I've got. I started a major actually, so I could do a major aggression. So for a bit of a laugh, I could just kind of pile into West Germany on my first turn. That'd be okay. But I'm not going to do that because, if you want to experiment alt-historical, you can fill your boots in this one. But we'll try to be just a little bit cagey about this one. So I'm going to do, because I'm worried about the atomic bomb, and it is a red card, and I've got a spy over it. So my first action, because I implemented a flip. Do you see that? I went black. I
did see that.
How many times have we played through playtesting and you had to like twiggle them and invert them and stuff?
Yeah. No. I like that now.
So he's used now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and go and pay a visit to the Manhattan Project. So steal technology. I'm going to try and steal this tech theft marker. That represents something that I want. In this case, that's
something
the Manhattan.
That you can nick.
Yeah, something I can nick. In this case, that's the Manhattan Project. So I roll 2d6 and an 86. And I get +1 if there's any unrest in the country. Now there isn't any unrest, so I need a 6. So ideally, if you can get unrest and then nick it.
All right, if you get unrest, it gets easier to.
It's easier because people are more annoyed and all the rest of it. Right. Oh, okay. Ready and roll. Yeah. That
no. Snake eyes. Well, that's the Rosenbergs in jail, isn't it?
Yeah, we all just got arrested, probably. Okay.
Everybody got arrested. People getting shot.
Have I got any other spies? Oh, yeah, there's one in. I may as well use him now. Go on, I'll use that one in Russia. So I'll flip him 2. That's my maximum. Every time a red card comes up, you can use a maximum of 2. That's my maximum of 2.
Right.
So his thing is going to be and it's just a menu on one of quick play sheet. So on quick play and quick reference sheet 2, you've got a menu of things you can choose, and the one that I'm going to pick is suppress unrest, which is a Soviet-only action because the Americans don't.
That's the right way of putting it.
Yeah, well,
but yes,
Americans don't have Siberia, so I'm not sure what closest equivalent is, and I'm gonna not guess. So here we go.
No, because you might end up in it. Off we go. Oh,
right,
somebody ended up.
So we get 1 unrest. Pick it up, take it off, and we should get away just off at bottom. So we're a little bit happier, but that spy's gone to black, so he's used. Right. So now my money. Now what I want to do is I'm kind of a bit keen on a bit of spy action actually. So I'm going to go for. There's again on quick reference sheet number 1. There's a list of possible actions, and I'm going to pick place 1 spy. That's my first thing. So I'm going to pick a spy up from my force pool, and I'm going to place him in the United Kingdom because there's a juicy tech theft sat there as well. And that represents kind of war.
Ring, is it?
Hey?
Yeah. Cambridge spy ring and all that nonsense.
Yeah, the spy ring. Yeah, and it's just war tech. They we might not have shared. Americans might not have shared everything, but they did share quite a lot of water. Sonar and other stuff.
Mm.
So that's that. So I'm going to place him there. I can't use him because I've already used 2, and even if I could use him, I'd have to wait till the end of my action. So the other thing I'm going to do is, it says place a spy and either make an influence roll or place an investment. So I'm going to place an investment counter. If I can find one, there we go, an investment counter, and I'm going to place one into Estonia.
Mm.
And what that's going to do, obviously it's money. That's going to help me civil war. So have some bullets, lads. Here you go. Right then. It'll all pan out in the end.
Enjoy.
Okay, you've got McCarthy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, joy.
I thought you'd enjoy that one. Roll a dice, mate.
Yeah, that's a lovely one.
You're after a 6 for extra bonuses.
So I'm going to roll a die. And we get a 5, which is not bad. No, it isn't. So we can make a free counterintelligence roll in the US and add 1 US homeland unrest.
Yeah.
Oh, then add. Ooh.
Yeah. So there's your homeland unrest. I'll do that now. And you get a free counterintelligence roll. So what you're going to do is free, so that don't use this spy. It don't even require a spy. It's just free. And you're going to try and arrest this spy. So to do that, we look at the spy action sheet, and it says counterintelligence, 2 dice 6, 6 plus, +1 if you're communist or authoritarian, you're not, +1 if there is more than 1 enemy spy in the country. So you don't get either of them. It's 2 dice 6, 2 dice 6.
Now, McCarthy reckons there's loads of spies. Does that count?
It's just going to arrest random people. You got.
Oh!
Apparently he's right.
The Rosenbergs.
Apparently he's absolutely correct. And
the red under the bed.
Yeah, so that goes back to me forceful, and you've arrested me.
Thank you very much.
That's a bit harsh. All right, fine. So that were McCarthy, and he's removed, so we just bin him.
You tried to nick me stuff.
Yeah, very unsuccessfully though. All right, next. Soviet money. Right.
Jesus.
So
the oligarchs are coming out this evening, aren't they?
Yeah, it was a bit early for that, but yeah, what I want to do, I want to. So one of the kind of key game things is these trade markers. So as you can see, let me zoom in rather than making you squint. These trade markers. So East Germany starts off smashed to pieces because of end of World War II. I take that off, I get a factory, which is good for me because I get to put my victory marker up. So whenever you take these off, if it's yours, you get more stuff basically because you're improving the GDP of the country. Some of the Western European, I think that which way is it? West, who's East? No, Western European countries, you take them off, they've got big 2s underneath them because their economy is much stronger, much better. So if you end up taking all these off, 2, 4, 6, that's like powerhouse kind of economy.
Apparently Germany was potential powerhouse again.
Yeah, Central Europe and all that. So so you want to take these off. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do. You just killed me, spy. So I want to put a spy back on. So I'm going to place a spy, and do a thing. So I'm going to place a different spy. In he goes. And I'm going to do a thing. And the thing I'm going to do is going to be to place another investment, and I'm going to place it into Eastern.
All sides, brave lads.
They'll be fine. They'll be all right. Right. So I placed this, and whenever you place an investment, there's like a couple of mini actions you can do. One is to take unrest off, but they're in tenny. Occupation is not unrest. That's what that is. Occupation there. That's not unrest. You can't take that off. That's armies and soldiers and stuff like that. The other thing you can do is try and take a trade marker. So you roll 2 dice. You need a 6. You add +1 per own investment, and then you take off the number up there in the corner of the trade marker. So this one doesn't have a number. That's the 6 down to a 5 because it's an investment. So roll 2 dice. And we failed. So that stays on, that not happens, and we're done. I could trigger that spy. And why would I not? Let's do it. Let's flip him.
Well, probably because I'm going to put him in a gas chamber in about half an hour.
Yeah, but he'll have nicked it by then. That were a flip. That were a flip. Roll.
Robbed.
You got robbed. Oh no.
I got robbed.
Right. I nicked that.
Oh no! I can see me tech going across the Atlantic. Well, this is not good.
Yeah. Okay, so we stole some tech. Remove a tech theft marker. Apply 2 successes in one category, but only one in computers or industry. So that kind of just disappears, and I get our bonus. Now, it's a big old track.
This is the tech tree. Yep.
Yeah, it's a big old track on the tech tree. You can nick a. So this is where you're up to. You're kind of up to. You got computer research. You got this. You got that. You got nukes, which is probably what I'm going to steal. And I've got space launch vehicles to start off with better stuff on this. So like a cube's like 1 success, and a disk's completely successful. So what you would do is if you put another cube on this track here on the space launch vehicle, because you would then have 2, which is what it needs. It's down there, down the column. You'd replace the 2 cubes with a disk to show that you'd successfully researched that.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I need 2 to go up there, and stealing a tech marker gives me 2. I'm just going to go smack. There we go. I've also got an atom bomb, and because of that, I pick the bomber up. I can now build bombers, and I also get +1 nuclear weapon. So into my force pool, I stick a bomber, and I stick the other bombers that I have handily placed somewhere near the board. There we go. And there's also a nuke marker which I can pick up, and I can put that on the board, and that's like
very nice.
Cuban Missile Crisis, mobile nukes, that kind of stuff. You can stick them on.
Apparently, you've made a big bang.
Yeah.
Bangers and bang.
Right. Next.
Hey, sneaky Soviets nicking me stuff.
Yeah. Well, we just had a decoy, didn't we? Okay. Your US money. What do you want to do?
Right. I would like to. I would probably like to work on the Marshall Plan, actually, if we're talking about this, and look at Europe. And can I remove that?
You can. You need to put investment in. So your options are: you can place 3 investment if they're all in worth 0 or worth 1 countries. So this is currently worth 0 country.
No 0, because there's no.
But this is not, because it's worth 2.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, or so you can put 3 in if you're going to go for places that aren't worth anything. You can put 2 in if you're going to go for places that are already developed. There you go. It's up to you how many you want to put.
Right, so I can invest. So can I put 2 in West Germany?
Yeah.
Yep. And where would we like to go? And probably no, not going to do that. And 1 in Italy? No. Yeah, you can, because it's worth 0, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 0. So they're both 0 countries, so you can do that. And then you can try and activate them if you want. So you can try and use them to take off the you can try and use them to take off the trade markers. If they had unrest in them, you could immediately trade them at 1 for 1 to take unrest off, but they've got no unrest. So
we've got nothing, yeah.
So do you want to do the whole trade thing? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, let's do that. So start with West Germany.
Yeah, it's 2d6, and you're looking at. That'll find me. I seem to have lost my quick reference sheet. You're looking at 2d6. It's going to be 4+ because you're at +2 for 2 investment markets. There we go. I found it. Yeah.
Oh, we got 5. We got 5. We're good.
Right. So whenever investment in place. There we go. Okay. Move a trade marker. Any success removes the leftmost trade marker from the target and removes all investment. So
right. So
you took that away.
We burn that and we burn the investment.
Yeah, because you've paid for a load of stuff basically, and because you've got 2 factories and it's your government and you've got a cube, you get up 1, up 2. And you're nearly up to.
And we're going to go for Italy then while we're here, so we might as well. It'd be rude not to, wouldn't it?
So it's a base of 6, +1's 5.
5+ to get Italy going.
Nope.
Nah, Italy's not interested.
Nah, the business.
Do I still lose the investment as it stay there?
Nah, you leave it there. Yeah. We backed off from that.
Still spending money.
Yeah.
And because it's. After you.
I'm going to say we backed off from that. Originally, if you remember, we did take investment off, and but we decided not to. So it sticks around and it stays there, and it is in fact not stolen or
gone into like your villa somewhere,
kind of thing.
Now, can I activate a spy because
you can, yeah. What do you want to do? You've not got many. You got.
I'm not looking for it. We can do. Can we do counter? We can do counter spy things with the CIA or
yep,
FBI.
You can try and arrest that Russian. If you want, it's 2 dice 6 plus. You're not communist. You're not authoritarian, and there is only one spy there. So that's all you get. Again.
Oh,
really?
there we go.
Are you serious?
The gas chambers are really, really busy this time of year. Come on, in you go.
I'm pretty sure Americans arrest them actually. But...
Just get in there. In you go.
Next one. Popular unrest. Alright, so this is a kind of random card. You want to check it out?
Yeah. That wasn't a roll. That was there we go. Roll.
Both sides must place 1 unrest on an occupied country. And I think it's Russians. Yeah, Soviets first.
Okay.
So any country with a little fist there, with an army sat in it. You've got many more choices.
Okay, quite a few at the end of the war then.
Yeah, there's a couple.
What we got?
Well, I'm going to pick West Germany.
That was a no-brainer, wasn't it?
Pretty much.
Mainly a no-brainer. Apparently, all money I put into it.
Yeah, I'm still not happy.
Ungrateful. It's just typically ungrateful. So I'm going to put an unrest in. Ooh, it's got to be occupied, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be occupied. You occupy everything because you. All right, I'm going to go East Germany.
Yeah, it's fairly standard choice. The Germans are all a bit annoyed. Apparently,
everybody's annoyed with the Germans, and the Germans are annoyed with everybody else. So,
that's it. So then we remove that and we chuck that away. Next card. Authoritarian unrest. I'll chuck this one. We got a 2. No, it happens. We just no. It's cycle card though, so that will come around next turn. You just kind of build these cycle decks out. All right. So there was
and what would that do normally? Just upset the authoritarian countries.
It's a bit more interesting actually, because you place an unrest in an authoritarian, but if there's a coup, it's capped at 4+. What that means is that actually people take power, so like an authoritarian takes over.
Nice.
So you get more grey countries, you get more like grey cubes and stuff like that. We got one there. What are we up to? US monies. Here we go. With your very effective counter spying. I think we should have flipped this guy actually. I think he was done.
No, he's great. He's on leave and.
You've already arrested everybody anyway. Don't really matter.
Absolutely, everybody got arrested. Hold on, I'm gonna have to give you a quick play sheet. This so the options I've got. I still want to work on. Right, so I've got investment in Italy. See, I'd really like to still get West Germany going, to be honest, because it's the bulwark against communism. Spain. There's a lot of options, isn't there? A lot of exciting options of what I want to do.
Maybe I should have limited it down for you. Would you prefer like tic-tac-toe?
There's too many options. Right, I am going to go for. We're going to do more investment because that's what we do because we're Americans.
There you go.
Yeah, we've got books. We've got books, and we're going for. Japan's got 0, so I get 3, don't I?
Yep.
So I'm going to bang 2 into Japan because even though it's smashed to pieces, we love Japan, and it's a good aircraft carrier base. I'm going to stick 2 in there.
There's always Vietnam if you want to help the French. They're currently
no. Vietnam sounds a really. I mean, just looking at it.
No, really, you should. That just looks a really bad idea. Vietnam. Why would you not?
Why would you want to fight in Vietnam? That just looks a really, really bad idea. In every possible. I'm going to put another investment in Italy. I like Italy, and they make great ice cream. There's pizzas. There's all sorts of things. Oh, wait a minute though. There's still a 0, aren't there?
Yeah, still. Yeah, you failed your roll.
Yeah, I failed my roll. So, Right, I'm going to bang that in Italy.
All right. So you can do it in any order you want, but it really doesn't matter. So
right. So I'm going to try Italy again. I've got 2 investments.
You got 2. You got +2. 654.
Come on, we're putting so much. Oh, get in there.
Have some olive oil, no problem. All right. So
well,
you're gonna get 2.
I'm now going to apologise to Italians for this, but that's +2 factories. We're getting the Italians to work. Even the Germans can get the Italians to work. Sorry about that.
So you're up 1. You're up 2. So you get a star because you went through. You either landed or ended up on the star. So you are now winning the game. Which is a bit unfortunate. Really. This is supposed to be a scenario where I get an advantage, but all right, that's good. And then you're going to try it in Italy.
I'm piling American money into Europe in the market.
It's like Blue War Navy, isn't it? Every game I play, I'm just cursed. You know, don't matter what I do.
Oh no! When we were playtesting Blue Water Navy, you set a big trap up for me the first time I ever played it, and butchered me as the Soviets.
Did I? I don't remember that. That sounds like something I would do.
Oh no, I don't remember that one, Chris. No, you did. No, you did. You bear baited me and then
murdered you.
Yeah. Then murdered me. Yeah, with your F-14s of a dual cage. Anyway, moving on. Moving on rapidly.
For Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, didn't that one too.
Oh,
so we're gonna take that off. I'll just stick that there. It's a kind of an investment. We can go there. And you're at +2 again.
We're bringing Japan on board.
1, 2. There you go.
That's lovely.
Well, that was
and
bad.
Then I can activate Sky.
I think you've got it.
No, I think all mine are
busy arresting Russians.
Arresting Russians in. Yep, that's me done.
Paperclip. Okay, so now roll dice for this one. A 3. Oh no, that one. That were a roll. That were a flip. A 2. Oh, I won that one.
Second roll.
We had that. Soviets placed 1 cube in grey or black. So I check that away.
Right. And what does that mean? Oh, you get
grey
Operation Paperclip.
Yeah. So I can't do black tech. So it's got to be grey. And the only possible grey choice is this. What we're actually going to do is we're going to place a cube in grey, the grey stuff, and I've now got 2 cubes. And I need 2 cubes. And so 2 cubes come off.
Missile research moves.
And I've got a space launch vehicle.
So you're chucking.
Yeah, just getting ready.
V2s into space.
Yuri's getting strapped to that thing in a bit. So yeah, whether he wants to or not.
Inside, not outside. Shut up, Yuri. You're on the outside.
Just get in.
Just get in or get out. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Soviet famine. I'll let you.
Soviet famine. This sounds more exciting.
Go on, you can roll for it. You can't blame me if it rolls low, then can you?
No, you go ahead.
Yeah,
if you do your flip, it's your call.
No flip removed. There's no famine. It's fine.
No famine. Everybody's happy.
Everyone's happy. Everybody in the Soviet Union is happy. Every single person. Right, war reparations. All right, so again, we'll roll for this one. And we get a 6. Right, so I need to remove 0, 1, or 2 war reparation markers. And then I'll place on the rest.
Is this you taking the factories from East Germany?
Yeah, this is. You said tech in. I mean, we're just kind of learning them, really.
Loaning the factories from East Germany?
I would take that one. And then I'll put an unrest. It's kind of bad, but that's alright. And I'm going to take the Austrian one too, because that one's pretty much free. Alright, so I've took 2. Is that my maximum? Maximum amount of plus 2.
Yeah, 0, 1, or 2.
Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong card.
Then you're sticking unrest in everywhere that you've done.
Sending 1 dizzy. Remove 0, 1, or 2. Yeah, 2 plus an unrest. Yeah, add 1 more to the deck for this turn. Right. Okay. So what we do is we then get the 2 reparations cards. Number 1, number 2. Nope. And we add them into the. Oh, TTS. What are you doing?
That's TTS. What's failed you?
Flip that. Add that in. Flip that. Add that in.
No, right. You flip the money in.
Yeah.
Right,
so 2 extra money with add a little bit of extra stuff. So cycle if turn 2 remove. It's not a turn 2, so we're just going to cycle that. So we'll come out again.
There's still more you can rip out of East Germany then.
Yeah. Oh, there's still factories left. I think they had like just about everything.
Just empty the place.
There were an optics factory. Apparently, they just there's like an empty warehouse when they went back in. Nope, Soviet money. That goes into the cycle part. Unfortunately, I think that is my third money, so I'm going to be getting a bit low at this point. So I'm going to.
I'm surprised at United States. Honestly, we haven't gassed anybody for like weeks.
I'm going to build a bomber, my first bomber. So I build a strategic bomber. It goes into the strategic bomb box, and you've got a bomber, and so it cancels your bomber, and then I'm removed from the game. They're gone. We just stick them back down it. And what happens to that then is you did have a unique weapon in that box, and now you do not have a unique weapon in that box. So you're now on 0. You were on 2, which is why the track's on 1, 2. You're now on 0 because the track's back down to 0. So we go 1, 2, and so the nuclear balance is now even, which makes it easier for me to invade countries and makes it harder for you to place unrest on me.
Okay.
And I've got nukes, which is always nice.
You got nukes and bombers and all sorts of things.
Yeah. So that's good.
Well, it's good for you. It's good for me.
Popular unrest. Okay, so this is an A card. That means it kind of cycles every turn. It goes round and round and round. Check a dice, Chris, if you want.
We got a 3.
Oh, that's a special that looks at it. Both sides may remove 1 unrest in an authoritarian country. Then the US may remove 1 unrest in any democracy. So it's me first.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's voting and stuff like. We don't like that democracy. All right.
Nobody likes voting.
No. Both sides can remove 1 unrest in an authoritarian country. So is there?
That's great, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't think there's any upside for me at the minute on this one. Yeah, I'm not seeing any unrest. I could take a rant. No, that's blue. Blue. No, I don't want to do that. It says may, so I'm going to say we're not doing that. So you can.
But by unrest, it's not occupation, is it? It's just genuine
it's just
unrest.
So you can remove 1 unrest in an authoritarian if you want, and then you can take 1 off in a democracy.
Right. So there's not many.
Iran. No, that's blue. That's blue. In fact, there's none really.
Oh right. So it's the counter. Right, got you.
Yeah.
So there's not many I can do.
Nah, it's very early.
So, but you can do one from democracy, which is going to be West Germany.
Yeah, weird that. Okay.
Hello.
Good. This is a cycle card, so we cycle that, and then we get this one. Okay, flip it. Spy agencies. Soviets perform 1 Soviet spy action with any spy, even with an already used spy, and do not mark it used. Or place one investment.
Yeah.
I've got one. I've got one in UK, actually.
Oh, disappointing.
Poised. And there's probably stuff I want to. There's always stuff I want to nick. So yeah, all right, we're gonna try that. I'm gonna do perform 1 Soviet spy action with any spy, and do not mark it used. It is going to be 6s though, because there's no unrest in the UK. So, yeah, it's still worth doing. There we go. Yeah. Okay, don't mark him used though, and then you can roll 1 die, and you need like a 4+ to get some.
You have to roll 1 die and 4+. Place 1 US spy in any democratic country worth 2+. Is that 2+ is?
2+ worth. So, alright, so you did it. So you can place a US spy in any democratic country worth 2 or more. So that would currently.
Well, I think it's been in West Germany, isn't it?
Yeah, Italy, West Germany, UK, France. Probably Japan as well. I think you did Japan. Yeah, you did.
Did Japan? Where's the spy mark?
In possibly. There you go.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, put a spy in there.
Yeah.
CIA opens an office in Bonn.
Alright, cycle that. 1 sec. Right then. Next card. Uncle Joe says, right, let's see what he does.
Oh, could he pop off? Oh
He could,
no.
but he's not. He's quite keen on punishing people for World War II. Remove 1 or 2. You'll notice it's not remove 0, 1 or 2. It's remove 1 or 2. So you're taking 1 off. Free to remove place an unrest and money to the deck. So I don't really want to do it here because that would then kick off a coup. Because 3 in a red country kicks off a coup. And the only other option really is Hungary. So old Uncle Joe's stealing an Hungarian factory, as you do. And we'll put an unrest into Hungary, which is also now teetering on the edge of a coup. Actually, we've done this wrong, you know. 1, 2, 3. There's already been a coup in East Germany because limit's 3. So I probably kicked a coup off by accident when I took a reparation marker off. So we'll need to resolve that. So okay.
You probably need to put an email onto the Board Game Geek and ask the designer.
Yeah, he's obviously not paying enough attention, is he?
Not paying enough attention. Yeah.
Right, I'll flip that over. Let me add that to the deck. It don't matter because whatever happens, I'm going to do it anyway. So, alright, there's going to be a coup in East Germany. Not as a result of what we just did, but as a result of what we previously did. Let's finish this card off and then we'll come back to that. So, remove 1 or 2. Yeah, done that. Add some unrest. Done that. Then place an unrest in USSR because there's a bit of purging going on and a bit of generic terror and stuff like that. And then we roll for
you should have a generic terror card.
Yeah, that's the Berrier invites you to dinner. Stalin dies. So it's turn 1. He dies on a roll of 4+.
Retrospective retribution against possible.
Yeah, I think we took a lot of that eventually. But 1, he does not. He does not die. So if he's alive, and he is alive, we cycle that card. So that card will come back out again, and he will try and.
Stalin is coming back out to be more.
To be even more fun than he were just then. Right, okay, so we realise we made a mistake.
You do have investment in East Germany, though. Can't you use the investment to take things off?
I could, but I can't remember what sequence it came out in. So we'll just do it, and then people can see how our coup works. That's fine. Alright, so for a coup, you roll 2 dice and resolve based on ice die roll. So I'll let you. It would have been your coup. If I were paying attention, it probably wouldn't have happened, like you said, but let's not worry about
that. Okay, I'll chuck some dice. What do I need?
High is good, pretty much.
Ooh, high is good. I like that. Oh, that's not high.
Weren't a very. I mean, I don't really feel like you were into that coup.
No, that coup wasn't really big, was it?
No, you were all right. You rolled a 3. If the country is occupied, and it is, there you go. Or has a worth of 2 or more, it doesn't, but it is occupied. Set the country to 1 unrest. That would have been slide into armed conflict, but actually, we got all the and we probably killed everybody.
Yeah, everybody got shot.
Yeah, anybody who were messing about had a really bad afternoon. And that's it. That's just actually made the board state better for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to shoot people. So yeah, that's the moral of the game, really. All right.
Sometimes it's just really
shooting people solves all your problems. Right, USA money.
That's mainly South America, isn't it?
Yeah,
probably. Right. Okie dokie. Right, remind me of my options here.
Alright, so you got
spies hanging about, haven't you?
Yeah, but you need to put spies in to get rid of them, and that's by so you spy in West Germany.
Right, can I buy spies?
You can, but that's by West Germany. You could have a go at this guy over here as well if you want, but instead of being in 2 dice.
Oh, because of the link.
Yeah, because the link, you just get 1 die. So you can do that.
And I can activate spies because it's my card anyway.
Because your blue card, yeah.
Okay, so there's not much point in doing that. But I really need to make your life miserable in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I think we're feeling pretty confident over there now, to be honest. I mean, Hungary is teetering.
Yeah, I mean, that's the attempted coup in East Germany and got put down fairly horrifically, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Which is not far from what happened, actually. Thinking about it, I think it was Poland or Czech. I can't remember now.
Well, the Czechs and the Hungarians. I mean, it's a bit.
Yeah, the whole lot of them really was a bit of a
So, what do I fancy doing? So many options.
Right, and if you don't, so what you got? You got place influence markers. You got place investment, and investment can then take trade markers off. Or
I'll tell you what. So, can I? What about removing
yeah, you can do that.
angry people?
So you can place like investment in, and for each investment, you can take an unrest marker off.
So essentially, that's worth 1. So I can take that off. Yes.
Yeah, for 1. Yeah.
1, and I've got another 1.
Or another 2 if you stick to just a little 1 country. So that's 1 country. But if you want to go for bigger ones, then it gets more expensive.
Yeah.
You can put investment into Greece. You could try and win civil war.
I thought you could put investment into a civil war.
Yeah, you can put investment in. Yeah, you can't put. There's other things you can't put in, but you can put investment in. That represents like funding the fighting, basically.
All right, okay. And then in that case, we will invest into Greece because we like Greece. It's a good holiday destination.
It is. It's very nice.
Does that come with me 2 money, or do I get another one?
So that's so the action you would be taking would be place 3 investment if all are in 0 or 1 countries, and that's a 1 and that's a 1. So you could place another investment in a 0 or a 1 country.
But I've already removed it. Right, okay. So I can put another investment in there.
Yeah, could do.
Okay.
You got. Well,
no, we'll work on Greece.
You're really keen on that Greek civil war.
Well, yeah. Let's sort that out.
That's way more keen than in real life. I don't think they cared that much, but okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, good. Right, next. The Civil War card. Right, the first one. Actually, first one we just roll the dice. The next one that comes out, we actually resolve them. So this is kind of like a ticking thing, because now you know the first one's come out. You know you're a little bit closer to resolving them. So you get like a little bit of what we do is we move this no Civil War cards up to 1 Civil War. Now the next one out of the deck could be the same thing. It could be fight 'em, or it could be other stuff. So it's like a ticking time one kind of thing. But what we do on the first one is we roll a dice or a die, depending on who you want. Here we go. A 1. US may add a civil war to any civil war. And then we start.
Oh, that's acceptable. The US may.
Where do you want to stuff me? I'm fighting in Estonia, Ukraine.
You're fighting all
China,
over the place, aren't you?
That's mostly you down here. Actually, it's a shame. I usually like to put one into Vietnam on turn 1 just for a laugh. But
no, we're not doing that. I kind of like the idea of the Ukraine and Belarus getting a bit all angry.
So I'll just duplicate that.
Yeah, just clone that one.
Actually, they did fight for quite a while there. So yeah.
Yeah.
The whole bit was just really grumpy for quite a while. So all right. Next card. Reparations. The glorious workers' factories.
You've ripped out of Eastern Europe.
Yeah, it's just like a bit like a loan, really.
It's like a loan that's
like a loan. Right. So what I'm going to do, because of what you're doing, is I'm going to spread some investment around. So I'm going to put 1 into Ukraine, and I'm going to put 1. This is just a 0 value country. I'm going to put 1 into Ukraine because I kind of want to win there. And then I'm going to put 1 into Turkey because that's fun.
Ooh!
You can have Greece. That's fine. Although, I'll tell you what, I'll do Greece because I'm just letting you have it just a bit. So what that does is I put 1 investment in, actually takes your investment out.
Yeah, okay.
I've got more coming up. As long as there's a bit more time before Civil War cards come up, I can mess around with you, kind of. So, alright, and spies. This spy in the UK is still not used because he did his thing on a free card. So I'm going to flip him, and I'm going to try and nick that tech theft. So this is Cambridge again. Off he goes, needs a 6. Did not get a 6.
Ooh! He was dangerously close.
Got really close. Didn't get it.
Dangerously close. He'd got his hands in the till.
Yeah.
But then somebody found his shirt.
Right, Navy arms race. If the US has Navy advantage, and I believe you do, so look over here. Naval advantage you do, you start with +1. So if the US has naval advantage plus 1 investment in any 0 or 1 worth country. Which one do you want? This is kind of port visits and stuff like that, yeah. And just like many aircraft carriers.
Let's see how aircraft carriers. 0 or 1. what about South Korea? That's a 1, isn't it?
It is a 1. They've got
So
coasts and everything.
we'll do South Korea. We like South
stick
Korea.
an investment in there.
We visited it. We came. We saw. We spent some money.
We sat a carrier battle group off the coast. Okay, and then USA may place 1 naval tech cube on a 3+, and if you roll a 5+, you get even better. So basically, don't roll a 1 or a 2.
Oh, about a 4.
About a 4.
Damn nearly a 6.
So you get a naval tech cube. So this card really for you is like all the US Navy, what it's doing, and all the investment and all that kit as well. Cubes. All right, we grab that one. There it is. So you're going to put that cube into your next thing on the Navy chart, which happens to be nuclear submarines. You started thinking about that.
Underwater. Weapons.
Yeah, weapons and carriers and nukes. And, this is a much more powerful card for you. Me, with my more modest navy, I can place a naval tech cube on a 4, 5, or 6, which is not bad. That's kind of unless no.
Oh, look at that!
Look at that. There we go. Glorious Soviet Navy. Actually,
Blue Water Navy.
yeah. I think that's you. But all right,
I
only need a 1. I only need a 1 to succeed, and I just got a 1, so I would put a cube into this box. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pick up that, put it there, and I've now discovered this. And that says +1 naval balance underneath it. So actually, we've evened up. We're now roughly even on naval balance.
Really?
So your carriers, apparently not so fancy.
Yeah.
We're going to knock them diesel boats out. Well, that'd be like really early missile weapons and stuff like that. So all right. So anyway, I got lucky, and that's cycles. That's quite good for me actually. Oh, war operations. I thought I already had that one. Did I just something silly? Or am I misremembering? Would appear there's 2 in the deck. Clearly, that's a mistake in the module. Exciting. I bet that's confused people. Okay, good. There should only be 1 war operations card in the module. I rebuilt it hastily the other day. So, yeah. Oops. Moving on.
Somebody's playing. I can't believe how much.
Yeah, right. I can't believe these are coming out.
I feel I need to do some R&D here.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So you can have a cube straight into nuclear subs, and that would develop them for you, and you'd be back up on the nuclear.
I would like a cube into my nuclear subs, please, sir.
Yep. So we imagine we stick a cube on,
take that
gets
off.
you to 2, and we just move that up. And
so I get +1 on my naval balance,
and you move up.
So I move up.
Mm-hmm.
And is that it?
That's it.
Spent my money.
That's as exciting as it gets.
That was expensive. Thank you very much. That was really expensive.
Right. Soviet money. Okay. Right. A bit out spies. Problem I've got with see. So this is an interesting one. Is what's happened is I've burnt through all my money in a turn, and there's no army in China. Now there is a card in this deck that will put an army in China, but I don't know if it's going to come out, and it might not, and that could flip China. Now I know that obviously because I've designed this, but you'll know it. I've played it once, twice too. There's a bit of a do I let that go? But I'm gonna. Let's see what happens.
You let China go?
Well, I'm still, we'll still hope that the other thing comes out, that the other card comes out. And I'm gonna instead pressure you in somewhere else. So I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick. Let's put more investment on board. I'm gonna put 1 in Turkey, another 1 in Turkey, and 1 in Greece. So we're funding that Greek civil war. We're taking part now.
Wow.
Have some. I can't remember what they sent. They sent some little tanks across.
And you're muscling in on Turkey as well.
Well, you know, just kind of.
You know,
I'm cornering the baklava trade.
Interesting.
Next one, proxy war. All right, this is again +1 if Stalin's alive. So I roll a dice to see if he wants to go in. So let's check that dice. I get a 4, +1, 5. He wants to go in. So the Soviets may place 2 embargo markers into the Western trade box and target any 0-1 worth country which is not occupied in his adjacent roll of the dice. So I've got a 50-50 chance of winning, which isn't terrible, but it is still only 50-50. Now, historically, of course, it was North Korea, but it don't have to be. It could be somewhere else. Like Turkey, which might be amusing.
Turkey.
Or Greece.
Yeah, Turkey might be amusing.
Can I do Greece?
I feel you're moving in on my southern Mediterranean there.
I can't do Greece, actually, because I don't think you can place influence when you're in a civil war. But I could do Yugoslavia. Or Austria. Yeah, I don't know. There's loads of places. Is it worth a roll in Turkey? If I fail, I'll give you the country basically. Let's do it historically. We'll go with South Korea, just because history and stuff. And if I had, unfortunately, I've not. But if I did have one of these intel markers, which you can get from many places on the tech track, then you get a reroll, which would be a really powerful benefit for this particular card. And there's lots of cards like that where a benefit, a reroll would be really good. But anyway, I've not. So I did a 4+ basically. I'm going to go with South Korea. Let's see how we do. Oh! Suits you, sir. Place 1 Soviet influence in the target country. So what actually happens is we take you out. And that's now a very neutral South Korea with a bit of a proxy war going on. Oh, look at that. That's at an angle. Oh, anyway. So South Korea is very neutral now.
Authoritarian, but yeah.
Yeah, authoritarian, no influence. Kind of opens that up. Alright, remove that. I could use spies.
Interesting.
On here. Yeah, it's might be worth an invasion in there in a bit.
Oh, you're not creeping towards Japan, my dear friend.
No, I wouldn't do that, would I? Right, Atomic Energy Act. So this is American, UK cooperation or lack thereof on the nuclear bomb. So you need to roll a dice. Is there a Soviet spy in the UK? Oops.
There is.
Looks like there is. So 2+, mate. If you roll a 1, your American friends and patrons are convinced that you're not a thief. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
So the US apparently they can't trust you as far as they can throw you. So
absolutely true. Yes.
The US denies nuclear technology to the UK. Remove 1 US influence in the UK. So we take that US influence and we remove it. And because of that, you've got a government, but you've not got a cube, so you lose 2 factories. So we got 1.
Oh.
Because you're not really kind of on the same side at the minute. And then we remove that card. There we go.
Ooh, exciting.
Israeli independence. Yay! Chuck a dice, come on. Chuck a dice, pick a dice, any dice, chuck a dice.
Oh no, entertainment. What we got? Israel removed.
Yeah,
this is Israel.
This is the glorious British, the glorious British Peace Force leaving Palestine.
Dumping Israel in the dark. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
You're on your own. Good luck. Bang.
Yeah. Oh, sure, that's a good thing.
Remove the occupied marker and add a civil war. Well, could have gone better.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Right, remove the occupied marker. Okay, so British disappear, and we had a civil war, and that is the Arabs kind of going, you appear to have no army.
You appear to have no army, and the British have now left.
And then getting an absolute.
We're hitting 12 Spitfires.
You are.
There you go. Good luck.
Yeah.
This is called decolonization.
Yeah, this is the British version of decolonization. You know, the odd thing about that is that we actually fought on the Arab side. There were British officers on Arab tanks.
No,
really bad.
I believe that. But being
King of Jordan. King of Jordan, basically. From what I can tell, King of Jordan had basically been told, if you wander in and just smack them, we'll support you.
Military export.
So, I tell you what we failed to do. So I did go in. I went into a proxy war in South Korea, but I did not put on my embargo markers, which I should have, because it said add 2 embargo markers, because we've obviously annoyed you because we've gone in. Because we went in. Not a lot, but we went in a bit. Or rather, we had as mates go in, which is.
You've embargoed me as well.
Yeah. Well, you embargoed me, but I'll tell you what we forgot. You've got your special abilities. You can reroll a trade roll, although I don't think you failed one, so you won't have needed that. And you can
Was this
reroll.
because of my president?
Yeah, that's El Prez, who he's got these 2 benefits there. So you can reroll a trade roll, and you can reroll an influence roll.
I've got Madison. Couldn't it be Johnson? No,
Truman.
Maybe even Truman probably.
Yeah.
Truman. He was alright.
He was alright. It was rebuilt Europe, all that stuff. So yeah.
One could argue with that. Yes.
let's not. Right. So military export. And
a massive endorsement, but you know.
You see the T there? How the T don't wear? That's fixed. It's been fixed. We noticed it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. So if embargoed, and I am, this card does nothing on the roll of a 1, which obviously now, it's only a 1 in Zerk, but no, we're fine.
Ooh,
we're fine.
Yeah.
We found some glorious Arab nation to buy our tanks.
It's because the Americans are a bit upset about you.
Yeah, they kind of stop us selling stuff and that kind of thing. We can't exchange dollars and all that stuff. But in this case, we did. So I get a regular money, just like normal. What happened? Oh, we're kind of waiting for civil wars, really, aren't we? So, you know what? I'm going to have a little bit of a laugh. Because
rather bizarrely, I am now watching this on live streaming, and it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, right. That's good. There's so many things you could do. Which was one of the good things about the game. That's why we designed it that way. There's lots of stuff you could do, but I really just want to kick your face in a little bit. So I'm gonna put some money in.
I like the Wii. I do like the Wii option, as in, like, I said one sentence and you did 18 months work.
Yeah, it's kind of you got to bounce ideas off somebody though. Right, I'm gonna put.
You've got to bounce. Yeah.
I'm gonna put an investment into Vietnam. I'm gonna support the Vietnamese glorious liberation front.
Laos, yeah, really good idea.
I'm gonna veto your last one in Greece because.
Oh, you leave Greece alone?
No, I'm obsessed, to be honest. And for my last one,
I'm now obsessed with Greece.
For my last one, I'm gonna have to put it into Hungary to take that unrest off. Now, the special rule for Russians or the communists is you can only do that once. So if there were 2 unrests here, I couldn't put 2 investments in and take them off. So
right, you can only get 1 for 1.
Yeah, it's only like a minor rule, but it does sometimes matter. Instead, you have to apply the KGB's political department.
I'm not happy about this Turkey and Greece thing that you're doing. I am not happy about it.
It's kind of looking alright, but we'll see how that goes. Right, okay, so we've done that one.
I'm not happy about that.
And, research, right. So this is the, both players resolve 1 research action, and it's me first. So, I'm going to place, what do I want? I'm going to go for the all or nothing option, and I'm going to go for code breaking. This one down. Oh, no, I can't. I cannot, because I do not have computer research. And you'll see the little arrow points downwards.
Alexa off.
The little arrow points downwards, so I can't pick that one, but you can. All right. So instead of that, I'm gonna go for. What do I need? What's my 5-year plan? My 5-year plan says farming, so that settles it. I'm gonna go for a point in Soviet agriculture. Which immediately converts because it's a 1, immediately converts into a disc. I have succeeded in developing tractor, which is good. We like tractors.
Well done you on tractor.
I've got tractors. I probably bought them from you, to be honest. That then comes off because I've succeeded. And I get +1 progress, which bumps me up to 3. Because I'm still losing game, which is a bit disappointing. But I'm kind of enjoying losing because I'm about to win on Civil Wars. So that's alright. Your turn.
You're not going to win on Civil Wars.
Yeah, we're probably going to win on Civil Wars.
You're not going to win on Civil Wars. Unless all that goes horribly wrong.
Right then. Where'd you want to put your money?
Oh, do I get to it?
Well, you get 1 cube on any tech, really.
Both players for 3 turns. Both players solve 1 research. I've got research action, haven't I?
Yeah. And until you get computers, it's just 1 cube. The computers are the red ones.
Yeah, okay.
Draw the eye.
So I've definitely got land in there a bit. I'm not really interested in farming.
That's Soviet only, mate.
Computing, you're knowing. Yeah, you're not computing, you know.
Historically,
we're a bit behind on. Well, we're a bit behind on the old.
You are a bit behind on the old space.
SpaceX.
Yeah.
I'd like to go for a bit spacey things, please.
Right then, so you're going to place 1 into missile research, which, because it's a 1, gives you a disc and gets you started on the. You started thinking about.
Yeah, because we're now a little bit. We were a little bit behind.
Well, I got
and we don't want to be.
I got paperclip.
We don't want to be behind on the mine shaft. Yeah.
No, well, that's up here somewhere. Doomsday device. There you go. There was we didn't sadly we didn't end up with a mine shaft gap, but we did have bunkers, which is almost the same thing. So anyway. Anywho, research, and that increases. So from turn 3, you do 2. So your research kind of just propels, and you get going right. And we cycle that because that's going to come out every turn. And we've got 7 cards left, and surely there's a Civil War coming out at some point, but not yet.
No, because we can now invest heavily.
Yeah. Or you could put armies in if you really wanted to. That's your other option.
What's the army rule?
We can put 101st in and just say, right, we're not going to lose her. So the army rule is place an army into an allowed civil war. And to be allowed, it must have your influence and no enemy army. So you could just send an army into Greece and go, we're not losing it. Have a couple of divisions or Americans.
I haven't got any cubes in there.
Oh, no, you can't then in Greece now. They're not really your mates.
No.
Well, there is going to be a slight rule change to say that if it's your government, you can also do it. So you could do that actually. That's just a late addition that has been spotted by an eagle eye.
A late addition. So can I put an army in there or not?
Yeah. So you pick an army. There he is at your force pool. You can pick him. I mean, you can go into either of these. You could go into Israel. You could go into Greece. Your choice.
Oh no! I think we'll. No, we're going to put an army. We're going to put an army into Greece.
Okay, that costs you full money. That's $25 billion worth of excitement. So
American heavy armor.
Yeah.
M48 walkable dogs and
explosives. Defoliate.
He's going to arrive in Greece and go.
Right. So if you place an army, first thing you can do is you're going to add an unrest to the USA. Because you warmongering sack of there you go. So we're gonna do that, and then you get to add a cube to your land and/or air tech on a die roll of 3 or above. Because the thing about war zones is they're really good places for testing technology.
Really good place to test stuff out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo.
So let's go over land and air tech, and you get
turns into the M60.
You get a cube on improved tech because you've developed some new skills whilst killing Greek people.
Just fighting in war.
Yeah.
That is actually a rather excellent little rule.
Yeah, I thought it was. It's kind of Vietnam, isn't it? Where they developed all that stuff.
You just get to. Yeah. These helicopters. This is how you test them. These are rubbish. These are really good.
Well, not even just.
Like that.
I mean, the entire kind of American way of air warfare really were developed from '75. Kind of linebacker and linebacker 2 and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Much money was expended. Okay.
Yeah, well, they stopped the space program for it though, didn't they? Which in my background really annoys me in a certain sort of way. Do we want bases on the moon or do we want to bomb Vietnam?
So, do you say bases on the moon? That's up here. That's up here somewhere. There you go. You can have a moon base.
We got bases on the moon.
Yeah, we do. We got that. It's very expensive.
We got bases on the moon.
Very expensive.
All right, okay.
Right, the Red Army. Okay, so this is my kind of super duper
card. Everything.
What?
Oh, is that your super card?
That's my super card, but it only triggers half the time. And if you're really unlucky in a game, it might never trigger. Oh no!
Oh, that triggered.
Apparently, I'm not. So the Soviet player may pay $2 to increase the conventional balance by 1. So I could move myself up to this real like nasty space, which gives me +2 aggression. And if we were playing for more than a turn, I might well do that, just for a giggle. But since we're not, I'm not going to bother. And I'm also not. I can also decrease it. I can demob the army. After this, and this is kind of the key bit, so that lets you kind of mobilize and demobilize the army. After this, Soviets can place a free army into a civil war, or place 1 investment. So that's really good.
And could you technically place one in Greece then?
No, I can't because you're already present.
Fight.
No, you can never fight. You can never fight. Because obviously that would have led to bad things happening. But what I can do is I can place that army into China, where I really don't want to lose. You remember the conversation earlier? So we knew it would go in there. We weren't worried, although it could have gone badly wrong. But so I'm putting that into China. So place a free army into a civil war. Blah blah blah. That's it, and that cycles. Okay, so we only got 5 cards left. Sorry, go on.
You go for it.
Sorry, I thought you were saying something. Civil War. Here we go. Right. So this is probably,
isn't it?
Yeah, especially on turn 1. This is the thing that's going to take like 5 minutes to run through. So let's go through each one by one. Now there's no civil wars in this hemisphere. What we got? All right. Let's start off with Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. All right. So let me find me a quick play sheet. Civil Wars, right. All Civil Wars are resolved when the second Civil War card is drawn, which is what we've done. And then we're going to add more. So, generally players are going to roll 2 dice, but you're going to add in modifiers. So, I'm going to get a modifier for my army, and I'm going to get a modifier for my investment because I funded the army. You, Chris, are going to get very little. So, you're going to roll 2 dice. I'm not going to lie to you, you're probably going to lose this one. You're going to get 2 dice, and you need 6s. Because it's so.
Okay.
So pick up your weapons. Where are you? We're out there.
Here we go. Oh, that's a big throw. Added together.
Added together. It kind of does it.
Added together.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not individually.
All right. So I'm going to roll 2 dice as my basic. Then I get +1 for a friendly investment, but I do remove it. So because we've blazed away with them bullets, they're gone. So I'm on +1.
Yeah.
And I get +1 for a friendly army. And I get an extra dice for a friendly army. So I'm on 3 dice at +2. I would get 1 for a spy as well, but I've not got a spy. So, there we go. That's 1 to it. So that's 2, 3, 4. That's not a 6. That is a 6. It's +2.
Yeah, that's sorting that Civil War out then, isn't it, realistically?
Like, so we remove 2 Civil War markers. There is only 1 Civil War marker. So we take it off. And that's that one. Kibosh, good and proper. So the government wins. Align the country if not already. It is already aligned, so I'm not going to get anything for that. And set it to 1 unrest. So actually, we just caused ourselves a bit of unrest. But, that's because we just killed lots of people. Or a few people, or something, whatever you think.
And what happens to your army? Does your army stay? Is it an occupation army?
Moving along, government. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong bit here. Set to 1 unrest, plus occupied if an army is present and remove the army. So the army disappears. And we place an occupied
army of occupation
instead. Because we're just,
That makes sense.
Peacekeeping.
Absolutely makes sense.
It's definitely a peacekeeping force.
Well, you say peacekeeping.
Yeah. Then, and this is the important bit for me, +1 progress for winning a civil war. Now, I don't matter where it is. Whenever you win a civil war, you get +1. And you get +1 extra if you had your own army present. So I had a Russian army. So I get +2 progress, which for me goes +1, +2. And I get an extra hammer and sickle. Actually, I think I might be doing that wrong. I think when you go up to 0, when you go up to 4, you go to 0. And I
probably go to 1, don't you?
Yeah,
which means
that I did yours wrong as well. And now we're drawing again.
So I'm winning because you're cheating.
Yeah,
You're game, but I mean,
no, I said right. Okay, next
cheating.
one. Next one's even worse for you. So you've got 2 Civil War markers. That really just means you can take 2 hits.
Yeah.
But you're not getting any bonuses. You've got no investment.
Okay.
You've got no spies. You've got no army. So roll 2 dice. You need 6s to hurt me. Oh, so close. So close.
Ooh, not even added up.
No,
That's
not really.
disappointing.
Right, I got 2 investments that are both going to disappear. I've got an army. That is the maximum, because the maximum you can have is +3 dash roll modifier. So that's as bad as it's ever going to get. Unless, wait, actually you could have more armies in there. But all right, so I'm going to roll these 3 dice because I get an extra dice for having an army, and I'm on +3. So, oh dear, you just moved your mouse for a sec.
Yeah,
so,
oh dear.
666. That's 3 8. That's an absolute massacre. Yeah. Took them off. 3 8. Took them off.
That was for him.
Army comes off because it converts to an occupation force, which is so much easier in person. But okay. And then the investment has been spent because
You bought all the bullets
and tanks and stuff like that. So, excuse me. The government player. I present. No, sorry, I'm just trying to find it. The government wins. There we go. Align the country. It's already aligned. Remove the army. Yeah, that's it. It's just, but I get 2. I get 2 progress because 1 for winning the Civil War and 1 for winning the Civil War with boys. So that's good. Right then, Plucky Greece, where you've put an army, which is not often. That's an unusual thing, but you paid your penalty for it, so that's fine. So you're going to roll 2 dice. You're going to roll an extra dice for having a friendly army, and you're going to get +1. So you're looking at 3 dice on 5s or 6s.
Like that. That's good. That's good.
Any 5 or 6 will win that Civil War.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. Okay. Apparently you're not that independent.
No.
Right, me then.
Apparently.
I'm going to roll 2 dice. I need 6s. I don't get any bonuses. I didn't shoot anybody either. So when you fail to shoot anybody,
still fighting in Greece.
Yeah, just still. This is very mountainous, isn't it? So you know, if the war is unresolved,
say that, yes.
If the war is unresolved and no hits were scored, add a Civil War marker. So it just carries on.
Oh, that's nice. It's getting even worse.
And we're just gonna kind of dig in and entrench for the next 5 years. It'll be fun. It'll be all right. Right, Israel.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. I can't see any reason why we wouldn't keep doing this. So we're going to get 2 dice each in Israel because nobody's got anything, and that means we're written on 6s. So nobody's got anything really. So my Civil War. No.
Nothing. No, that was a disappointing thing.
So again, that Civil War is going
to continue in Israel for no particular reason.
5 years. Yeah, just randomly kind of. It's because it came out late in turn. Usually, it comes out a bit earlier and people can add stuff in. All right, so let's do China then. I'm in a decent position in China. I've got an army and an investment. So my army gives me an extra dice. My investment will give me a DRM. So I'm going to be on +2. So 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, only 1 8, which does not do the job. Sadly. You're going to get 2 dice. I'll lose my investment.
Is that a 6? On a 6?
Did you roll?
No, I haven't rolled them. I'm not rolled them.
Yeah, roll just.
I've seen a 6. Oh, yeah. There we go.
No, you did not. So what happens actually is nothing happens. I killed a troop, and so there was movement. It's only if the war is unresolved and no hits were scored. And I did score a hit. I took a Civil War marker off. So we beat him a little bit, but we didn't beat him enough. And that sort of stays with
There's a lot of fighting going on in China.
There's some fighting. It's all a bit grim. Right.
Oh, France.
Vietnam. Good old France. France loves a bit of scrap, doesn't it? So, all right. There's your 3 dice, mate.
Vietnam.
And I've got an invest. So this one's a bit more interesting, actually, because this one we've both got a DRM. So you're on you're on 3 dice, because you've got an army, and you're on 5 or 6. And you need 2 hits to beat this. This is quite hard. Yeah, you failed miserably.
Ooh, nothing.
I don't know. Yeah, nothing. And I'm on +1. Because I've got an investment, and I also failed to do anything. So my investment comes off. There were no hits, which means the Civil War marker comes off. So that's in a proper entrenched. Let's fight for 30 years because it'll be fun.
Apparently, Vietnam is a crap hole where people are just fighting for no particular reason.
Apparently, yeah.
Who'd believe that?
So the interesting thing would have been if I had have hit you, because you've got an army, you wouldn't have lost the war, but you would have took an unrest in France. So what can happen is, by fighting in a civil war, you can lead your home nation into a coup. Which is kind of what happened in France, and I don't remember.
It's kind of exciting, isn't it? You kind of go, we're fighting over there, but all this is now going to go horrible.
Yeah.
Everybody at home hates it.
And same in Greece. So for
Vietnam's a real bad place, isn't it?
Well, you appear to have turned Greece into Vietnam on turn 1. So well done. That's a different. I've not seen that before. That could
turn Greece into Vietnam.
If we played turn 2,
yeah, but the weather's better.
And the weather is better, yeah, and there's less snakes.
You got islands and there's holiday homes and stuff, but yeah.
But if we were to play turn 2 out, and I were to pile investment in, and then you would probably be forced to pile investment in as well. Eventually, in Greece, we'd probably have a situation where I would hit you, and that would then cause unrest in the United States. So that's kind of, you're not going to lose. You can't lose it. It's just how much do you want to bleed,
Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting the idea of that now.
Right,
so you're clearing Soviet Russia out, aren't you?
I know why. I know why we had 2. If you remember earlier when we had 2 war reparation cards, it's because we didn't have an Indonesian independence card. So I've made a mistake in the module. There should be a card called Indonesian Independence, and there's a roll to see what happens. However, that's why the mistakes happened. So this potentially should be slightly different scenario, but it really don't matter. Let's just resolve it and see how we go. So you're on 2 dice +1 for these are supposed to be Dutch troops. 2 dice at +1. We'll take your first 2 dice. So you missed. Well, you missed roll. To be honest, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, there's 3 dice. 2 dice +1.
2 dice. Yeah, 2 dice +1.
Oh, not 2 dice plus a dice.
No. All right, me. I'm shooting back at you. I missed as well. So actually, what's going to happen there is we're going to end up again. We have a big stalemate that disappears, and it's just these countries, they're just going to fight for 20 years, which is not a million miles from what happened.
No, it's not a million miles.
Unfortunately,
Indonesia, they're still scrapping.
Well, yeah, Indonesia's still. I don't know if they're still doing it, but it were.
They're probably still scrapping, to be brutally honest.
10 years ago they were. All right, so that's civil wars. Obviously, that takes a bit of time to get through. But what tends to happen is they peter out. So you'll notice, there's none here. There's still these 2. There's still these 2. But actually, to be fair, these 2 could go for a little while. They do tend to peter out. Every now and again, you get another one, but it gets faster as you get into the game and you learn kind of how it works. All right, so. Berlin blockade. So I can blockade.
Be a big man. Be a big man. Be a big man and do it.
May as well for the thing, aren't we? So all right, USSR may roll the die, and bad things can happen, and good things can happen. So and I do particularly like my quote there. I'm just zooming on that. Berlin is the testicles of the West. Every time I want the West to scream, I squeeze on Berlin.
How very crucial.
Yeah. Apparently, he never took his shoe off either. Smacking it. Apparently, that's a myth. But,
is he really?
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, allegedly, it's just made up like West to kind of emphasize his boisterousness. But who knows these things? Right.
I thought they had film of him doing it, but hey,
mate, who knows? Right. Okay. So I'm gonna roll dice. Let's see how we do. No, that wasn't a roll. That were a flip. Roll.
Get a one, and just do all sorts of rubbish.
Not bad. +1 unrest in USA, and then USSR. So we're gonna. Everybody's fighting. Apparently, we kicked it off. So you are now in a homeland crisis because you've got 3 unrest, and so am I. which is
because I've had no money.
Yeah, nobody's had any money. It's all been a bit crap. Then apply 3. US rolls back German reforms. Oh, this is my good result, actually. That's my best result. US must remove 1 influence in West Germany. So we'll take see that influence there. So that one you want, it's gone. It's out of there. You don't need that. US may take a money owed counter to instead treat it as a 4+ result. So you can avoid that. You can just say, let's spend as much money as you need to get the airlift going. Do not take my own rest. Do not take my influence off, and I'll take a money owed counter.
But where's the money counter?
There you go, money owed. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, definitely, because it's only one turn this, so let's just do it. I don't want to. I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's just. Yeah, all right, fine. It's an only a 1-turn game. All right.
Yeah, it's a 1-turn game at the moment. This is a scenario. Cheese monkey.
Right. All right. So you've took you.
No, you're not doing that.
You've took your thing. I'm not doing that. Right. And you've got your money owed. So what's going to happen is, it's my reparation. Right then. First thing I've got to do, because I am in homeland unrest, I have no choice. I have to get rid of one of these first. Now I could put spies on board, and I could try and take them off that way, or I could put investment on and take one off that way.
Buy some televisions.
Yeah.
You buy televisions.
We can buy television. I'm going to put a spy on. I'm going to put a slip that over. Put one spy on, and then what action can I pick? I can pick an action to put another spy on. So I'm going to put another spy on. Also in USSR, because you know what? Watching people.
Jesus.
We're going to just watch them people, because that's probably a good thing. Let's roll them. 5 + 1 is 6. I get +1 because it's a communist country. Suppress unrest. 5+, yeah. And then the other guy's going to do it. The other spy. Yep, right. You boys, you two are on a bus to Siberia. It's lovely. It's a little bit cold, but you'll be fine.
Well, that's how to calm it all down, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just, who wants a holiday? Put your hands up. Oh, all of you. Right, okay.
All of you want a holiday.
you all want it. Right, so, and that was my full money, though, because I put 2 spies on. So that's it.
But your money, strictly. I think that was East Germany's money.
Yeah. I mean, we'd probably built a factory. There's only 2 cars left. China rebuilds. All right. If China is in civil war, and she is, roll a die. Oh, no, that's a flip. Sorry. A 6. Add the China army in China. Yeah, so that represents.
Is that a communist? Is that the communist China army?
Yeah, that's the communist winning, kind of coming up on.
That's communist going to go. We're going to win now, aren't we?
Yeah, that's pretty much nailed on now. I don't know where I've put it in the module. Oh, there it is, China. So I've now got 2 armies. Yeah, that's a real yeah. I'm feeling fairly confident about that now.
You got the Soviets in there. You got the Chinese in there. There's a civil war.
Everyone's in the scrapping. Of course, you can get 1, 2, 3, and nothing happens, and they just go nah, and that represents nationalists winning. All right, last card at turn is my money. What did you say about your money? Not having any money?
I didn't have any money. I didn't have any money.
I'm just skin.
Money.
So I'm gonna. I mean, there are many things I could do.
And they all just they embezzled it.
Should we do an invasion for all? I mean, so what? There's a couple of things I could do, which would be fun. One would be to build a bomber. I could build a bomber, and I could actually take the nuclear advantage. But let's try just so that people can see it, and an attack on somewhere. So there's an option called an aggression. If I can find it on my quick play sheets. There we go. Now I can pick anywhere actually because I'm +2 up, which is a major. So I can go in pretty much anywhere I want, but we could just kind of restrain it to, I don't know, what's relatively, I don't know.
You have to be linked by.
Yeah, you've got to be close. You've got to be close to a similar nation. What about Iran? What about if I just go and steamroller Iran for a bit of a laugh? Because he nearly did, Stalin, we're not keen on leaving Iran. So I'm going to pick that one. I'm going to have a bit of a steamroller in of Iran, just because it's entertaining me. So I'm going to roll 2d6. I'm going to apply the highest die. Blah blah blah. But If the target country has an enemy government, and it does, make a mad roll. So we look over it, and we see that. Oh, there we go. Look over in the nuclear chart, and we see that it says 5 plus 5 plus because we're even. So if you can roll a dice, Chris, and get a 5 or a 6, you have put me off because of your big nuclear stick.
Okay, I haven't got a big nuclear stick, unfortunately. I've only got 4 nuclear stick.
Sadly, you've not put me off. So, but you can see the further up the chart you would get, if you were advantaged, it would be a 4 plus, and you would have just put me off because I'd have gone, oh, no, we're a bit scared of you. As it turns out, we're not scared of you, and we're going to go pile into Iran. So I roll 2 dice and apply some modifiers. So let's see how we get on. Where's my dice? There we go. Come on, dice. Oh, a 6 is pretty good. that's a steamroller in there, I'm afraid. Right, so I rolled a 6. I get +1 because where I am on the track, that's a 7. Then it's -1 per country that's worth 2 or more, and there aren't any countries near Iran that are worth 2 or more. So I'm still on a 7. -1 if adjacent by sea, and I'm not because this is a land border. And then some stuff for civil wars. So it's an absolute blitzkrieg.
You just pile into.
We just piled into Iran. Yeah. Person occupied and a so this is the thing though, is I played a destruction marker as well. So I actually smashed it to pieces when I went in.
I did bomb it.
Slightly unfortunately, it's not actually worth anything any longer, so I have to rebuild it. Place an occupied marker and a destruction marker, so it becomes occupied. Where are we? There we go. Because the army's piled in. Switch the government to that of the aggressor and place one of your own influence. So that democratic government, unfortunately, they've had a really bad afternoon, and they've been replaced by glorious communist types.
I mean, communist, yes.
And I get one of them, which is an influence, because we've kind of handpicked the government, to be honest. Right, so that's what would happen. So as you can see, the end result is
anybody occupied. In this group not a communist?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Put your hands up if you're not a communist.
Right out the door.
Just outside, falling out of the queue.
At the wall.
Trust me, we'll get to you. We'll get to you in due time. So I formed a communist government because we piled them, we beat them. I've got an influence cube because you know what? We've put everybody in power. There's a bit of unrest because people aren't really that happy about that, and we burn the country down because it's quite destructive. But other than all these things, that was fine.
Just burn everything down, but now you're the wonderful.
But also, because I rolled a 6, I can attack again adjacent to the previous target country. So I could go into Saudi Arabia, which would be entertaining.
You haven't got a link there, surely.
It's a water link.
It's a water link.
Actually, I forgot a thing. You've got naval advantage, so you can apply a -1 to my high roll. Ooh. However, my roll was a 6 anyway, and then it was up to a 7 because I got +1, so it's not worth doing because I rolled a 6.
Right. So you can go on a roll. So
I could go across that water link, but then I'd be on an additional minus, basically. So it'd be much more risky. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pile into Iraq. So we're just going to go and take Iraq out. Or Pakistan. What do you think, Chris? Iraq or Pakistan? Pakistan's yours, isn't it? So did I take Iran? Was blue and blue, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It didn't have a.
It was grey.
We're going to go and do Pakistan.
Pakistan. You're going into Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Right, good luck.
So off we go. That didn't go as well.
That looks good.
Also, Pakistan's actually your government. So there should have been a mad roll for that too. But in any case, it's a failure roll. No matter what happened, we failed.
That was a. We got over exuberant.
So I place an unrest in the target country. There's a bit of scrapping. And 1 in the aggressing player's homeland. And then if either dice is a 1, which dice did I roll? We'll assume it weren't. I can't remember. We'll assume it weren't. I get
No, it was a 2 and a 3, I think.
I got my ass kicked basically. I get an unrest. They get an unrest. So just the glorious People's Republic of Iran. But I'll take that. And because Iran now, it's red and red, so it would be worth 1. But of course, I caused a bit of carnage when I went.
You bombed the crap out of it.
I bombed the crap out of it. Yeah. So that's my money done. That was the end of the turn, and we finished the turn off with a bit of a Russian ass kicking.
That was a bit of a flurry.
Yeah. So that kind of shows you. I mean, you really can.
And look,
you can do all kinds of stuff if you really want to. The thing that I've missed.
That is absolutely.
Go on, sorry, Chris.
I'm just saying that was absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed that.
The thing that I've missed is when I went in. I should
you couldn't have done better than what you did.
No, that's actually a really good result for Russians. Play an aggression. So the target must be adjacent to an aligned country, which was fine. And the Soviet gets an embargo 2. So actually, my embargo should have gone up because I attacked a minor country. Should have gone up to 4. So I'm embargoed now for 20 years, pretty much.
Nobody is going to give you anything.
No. So that's kind of the big part. I mean, you can, if you want to, you can push it. You can push your luck all the time. You can bash stuff. But what should be happening is if you're bashing stuff, is the Americans should be putting this nuclear balance track up to put you off. And every time you go in, you get more embargo markers, which means you're not going to get any trade, which means you're also going to potentially lose money. So you can be as aggressive as you like, but it might cost you, which is kind of, I thought, realistic-ish.
The one thing I'm concerned about is where's the mine shaft gap?
Well, that's coming up.
There's no mine shaft. You decided not to implement that one.
Yeah, we thought about that one again, didn't we? So so
the
very end of the turn, then there's a whole kind of, you're gonna resolve stuff. You're gonna go through these tracks. There's dice to roll. What's your next 5-year plan? Is there any tech theft? Is there any new stuff? American players going to roll for a new president. Increase your national debt by 1. Spies become unused again. If there are any nukes on board, they do some stuff too. And there's there's a load of stuff that goes on. It's not particularly arduous. You just kind of reset everything. And then what would happen is these remove cards, they're done. You put them back in your box. You're done with them. All these cycle cards, they're back in the pile. And then we get the turn 2 cards, and we add them to the pile, and that's it. You flip it over, shuffle it, you're ready to go. And once you get into it, it's pretty fast.
Yeah, pretty skips along, really, doesn't it?
Once you're into it, yeah, it's kind of So that's it. That's the game. That's any other? What do you think, Chris? Anyone? Sarah else? You can comment?
Oh, brilliant! I really enjoyed it. Really, really, really good. Really good fun. I think although why I'm getting stuck in Vietnam, I don't know.
Yeah, you've had a bad run here, actually.
Although I don't know also why I'm deciding to have a massive Vietnam experience in Greece.
Well, your first gambit was to get stuck in Greece with US Army.
I just thought I'd put a battle group in Greece because they're really good. Well, you push it in Turkey, aren't you? I mean, they're you investing heavily in Turkey. And I thought, no, we're going in Greece.
So this here represents the Dardanelles. This carries the Dardanelles. There's one in Egypt and there's one in Panama as well. And basically, if the Russian takes charge of this, they get a bonus to the naval resolution, which is really bad for Americans, generally speaking.
But Turkey was always a bit wobbly, wasn't it?
Yeah, well,
to be fair, Turkey spotted anybody who was winning at the time. So.
You mean rather than its current very stable status?
Not saying anything.
No, obviously not.
It's a thing. I would like to point out that the United States has got a bit of an issue.
That's before I think turn 2. What's it called? Not Civil War. Martin Luther. That all starts kicking off.
Yeah, it's all going to kick off, isn't it?
I thought
you were doing a really good job to calm the Soviet Union down. I mean, admittedly, you shot a lot of people.
I don't think we shoot anybody. I think we just abandoned them in deepest, darkest Siberia.
They went to go and live in a special village somewhere.
That's I mean, three at this point in the game for United States is quite a lot. That's quite bad.
Yeah, cheers, mate. No,
you did really well.
I was doing really. Indonesia. Indonesia is just get in the morning, up in the morning, and fire your AK out the window.
In fairness, we might have messed up Indonesia a little bit because that card was missing out of the deck, but it wouldn't have been far away.